Hi, welcome to our City in the Community in Manchester Met degree chat. I have 3 international students with me today. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
All right. Hi, my name is Han, and I'm from South Korea.
I'm Ethan, and I'm from California.
And I'm Victor, and I'm from Bulgaria.
Perfect. Right, guys. Can you tell us initially what brought you to Manchester? What attracted you to our degree programme?
So first, I like football, so I'm also the City fan. That's why it bring me here. It was a great opportunity, like City degrees, and yeah, also with learning community coach is also my best opportunity for me. Yeah,
That's great.
Yeah, for me, from a young age, I knew I wanted to do something in football for my career. And sort of when I was looking into what I would do for my future, I was looking at university in the US, and then my mom was like, well, why don't you try looking in England? I was like, okay, let's have a look. And I looked and I saw the degree and I was like, I knew I wanted to go into something for coaching, especially. And not only did I look in England, but I looked all over Europe. I looked at all the degrees, and this was probably one of the ones that had most of the skills that I wanted to acquire for my career.
Yeah, great.
Same as every kid, I always loved football. And the thing is, I always knew that if I wasn't a professional football player, which was my dream at the first place, I started playing when I was 7 and kept playing till I was 18. But probably around the age of 16, I realized that professional football is not for me, so I wanted to focus on being still involved in the football, so I decided to try as a coach. And in my last year in Bulgaria, I started looking at some universities around Europe, just like he said. I was looking all around Europe, not just England. And I found this degree very inclusive and optimistic for my development. And I can say that I think I chose the right choice and it helped me a lot. So yeah, this is what basically brought me to Manchester, and I wouldn't say I regret it.
Fantastic. What were you expecting when you arrived in Manchester? And how has it compared so far to your expectations?
my expectation is Manchester in Europe. I expect like beautiful buildings, like place, like some beautiful park. Yeah, but when I first here, it was so awesome. There's also like skyscape, and also like when I go like 20 minutes bus, there's also like feels like countryside,
Yeah.
quiet. That's what I really like it. When I want to be like a quiet place, I just go around, have some walk in the park. That's
Quite different to home?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's quite different. Yeah, there's all skyscape in Korea.
Yeah.
So I want like quiet place.
Nice. That's interesting that you think Manchester's quiet.
Yeah.
What about you two?
Well, I expect it to be cold, and I'm gonna be honest, it is very cold. But besides that, when it comes to like kind of the environment, I was really expecting it to be the very, like, everyone talks about football, you know, football is just a main topic, and, you know, being close to it as well. You know, being from California, it's popular, but not that popular. And I've loved the communities that I've found here, that you've been able to just, you know, coach and play and watch football, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, when I came here, it was in 2024 September.
Yeah.
It was so sunny, because he said it's gonna be cold. I wasn't very much aware of how cold it could be. And to be fair, the first 2 weeks was actually very good weather. And I was like, so what are they talking about? Then the autumn came and I realized, what are they talking about? Yeah. But except for the weather, yeah, I found Manchester like probably one of the best cities in UK when it comes to football. And I loved the fact that everyone is involved and enthusiastic, and just, for example, when you go on a pub in a weekend, you just see people just enjoying their time together with their friends and just watching a football game, which is all about. You see many people going to a football stadiums, or for example, when Manchester United or Manchester City are hosting a game, you see so many people with their favorite club's t-shirts walking around and being smiley because they just seen their favorite team playing. And I think this is what football is all about, and I think that Manchester is a very good place if you want to explore what is to be a football fan or to be involved in football, just like the three of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that leads on nicely to, you've mentioned football in Manchester. It's obviously a massive culture, and greater Manchester as well. What is it actually like living in Manchester? So football aside, obviously it's brand new to you. How have you found that, like the wider culture instead of just football?
instead of football. But I was just first feels like the accent was very hard to understand because it's so hard that I can't understand none of it. But now I'm living in like 3 years now, but I can a little bit, like 30 or 40% understand, but it's still hard to understand their accent.
Yeah. What about you? Anything different?
Well, yeah, like, to be honest, City is probably one of the nicest cities I've seen. Like, on a sunny, nice day, it's so lovely. Like, I'm out and about, walking around the whole city, just, you can feel the culture. I mean, it's unbelievable, to be honest.
I'm gonna say this, when I came here, I actually found it very hard to adapt in the first few weeks, especially with the language barrier I had, because, I mean, I have studied English for probably 10 years, since I was in primary school, but it's completely different thing when you're talking it to some other people and not to your English teacher or just reading from a notebook. But what I learned through these few weeks is that in order to start getting better, you need to be adaptive and be ready to challenge and get out of your comfort zone. For example, I found some people, even you, I found it very hard to understand what are you talking. The first Chris, our best friend from our course as well, I found it very hard to understand what he's saying. And I needed some time to like process that information. I was like, I kept saying what, and I know I'm getting frustrated, and some people are getting annoyed for me. But it's what it is. It's just how you need to
it's a big
understand.
Change. Like 2 out of 3 of you.
Yeah, but now looking at myself 1 year later, I'm gonna be confident, and I'm gonna say that I understand 95% of the words and what people are saying. So I really like about myself that I managed to just improve myself in that area and just get better.
Han, you've been here 3 years nearly, you 2 years. When did it feel like home for you? So when did you really start to settle in? What was that key turning point where you were like, I'm really enjoying being here? Because obviously you all do, you're still here. Yeah.
I would definitely say when I found the communities, because at the university, there's tons of societies. You can get involved in those, and I've showed up to quite a few of them, trying to meet more people. And also, the university does like active campus type things. It's like free physical activities. So I've gone to like 5-a-side football, and I've met loads of new people there.
Right, I'm going to move on to university and university life. So what makes this course unique? What do you feel you're getting out of the course that people on other courses might not be?
Well, in my opinion, the first thing that makes the course unique is the fact that you get to go to different placements every single semester, and it gives you more opportunities to be involved with different variety of ages. For example, for me personally, last year I was with City Primary, which was small kids, and what I learned from them is how to behave around them, how to make them engage and be involved in such a fun activities, and we have really good time, and I say I enjoyed it.
Mine one was we can use the facility in City Football Academy, because when I saw the City Football Academy in like documentaries and TV shows, but when I first came in, it was so awesome. It says we can use the facilities, and we really use the indoor dorm, and we really coach there and use best coaches. It's so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you've had other experiences as well, Han, haven't you, in the academy as well?
Yeah, I've been academy before in last summer. So awesome, like teaching young academy, like under 7, I think.
Yeah.
In my opinion, yeah. It was so great, so awesome, and also been seeing some first team players. And while I'm coaching, it's so good experience for me.
Yeah.
Like coaching, be part of the city academy. So awesome experience.
Yeah. Ethan, anything?
Well, something they didn't touch on was the certifications they provide. Like compared to a lot of other sports science courses, you really don't get as many certifications in like sport specific like fields. So yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, amazing. How many of you completed, do you know, at the moment?
Quite a few. I couldn't think of a number, but quite a few.
Yeah. I think that as well, obviously the university provides a good number of which I know you've accessed, Han, and I know one student has accessed over 30 qualifications in 3 years, which is incredible, all fully funded as well. So yeah, plenty of opportunities as you mentioned there. What's been your standout moments on the degree so far? So what's been your real highlight of your 2 years and your 3 years?
Mine will be the placement opportunities, because it's a real experience for me, because I never know about the community coach before. So I don't know how it's going on, how to coach. That's my big problem. But when I go to the first placement, it was Primary Stars. It was awesome. I was really in the school teaching the secondary students, and they're like real coaching and how to engage in my sessions. And also the real coach gave me a feedback about my sessions and how to make more engaging students in there. That makes me like more confident on my next placement. It's so amazing experience for me.
I just want to touch on what you said about community football, because we've had a conversation before about how community football doesn't exist in Korea.
Yeah, we don't really exist in the community coach, so that's why I'm really like, I don't know about what's the community coach, what's the community sports like that. So mine was, when I first applied my city degree, it was Manchester City football coaching. So I thought, oh, is that football coaching? Am I working with Pep Guardiola? Like that. When I really studied about that, it was like community coach, and I really loved the learning about community and community sports. Lots of variety of sports, engaging to students, more healthy life, more engaging. Yeah.
Amazing. I'm sorry you have to work with me and not Pep, but
I also agree with you. I actually thought we were gonna meet Pep at some point.
What about you two? Any standouts?
So when it comes to the degree, I don't want to put anybody off that wants to be in community settings, because it's obviously so important. But personally, I wanted to go in a professional setting, and I looked at a degree. I was like, okay, well, this is probably the most work, like, because obviously we've mentioned work-based learning, and it's the most like industry-specific degree of any of them that has the actual hands-on learning. But I think probably what the standout was for me was, coming onto the course at first, I was like, okay, maybe this might be just community. But then when I realized all the opportunities that you guys provided us for getting into more of a performance setting, and that was where I was like, okay, well, I'm on the right path. Also realizing that grassroots football is like, that's the starting out point. You can't just jump right into a more elite setting. You have to start out, get experience, and it's good to get that now so young. And
the transferable skills from learning in community to applying that into a more elite pathway, as you mentioned, they're evident. Like, and a lot of our students are getting opportunities in academy through either additional placements or are now earning a wage or part-time wage because of that exposure to placements as well. So that's really key, that although you are learning in the community, it's more than applicable elsewhere as well. Yeah. What's been something that you didn't expect to happen on the degree that you've learned along the way?
That's a very good question. I maybe expected that we might be more involved in the professional sphere, and, for example, be involved with academies and see how the City Academy is working and their methodology and the way the coaches approach their players and how they work with them. Other than that, I have to say that the City degree meets all my expectations and my personal requirements I had in my head before I came here. For my standout moment, I will try to not be repetitive as them and talk about the placements in the community. I'm gonna talk about the assessments, because I thought that the assessments were gonna be related with some, for example, when you were in high school, obviously most of the assessments were either with like a group project or with a test you have to fulfill. Yeah. But what I really liked and appreciated is the fact that your assessments are based on how you do. For example, you have to deliver a 15-minute coaching session, which, for example, 10, 12 people, And I like that because you get to see what you have to do, you get your feedback from the assessors and the coaches, and you know how to do better next time. Because, for example, ever since we started the degree, because me and Ethan, we're second year now, I think this is probably gonna be our 4th or 5th time we are going to deliver a coaching session, and I think that really helps for improving your coaching skills in all areas.
Yeah, so you're getting that real life experience.
Exactly.
That you then apply into your placement or any coaching you're doing elsewhere as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good answer, thank you. What opportunities have come from studying on this course? Ethan, I'm going to come to you first because you mentioned about your work with Manchester Met in the sport department. Do you want to expand on that?
Yeah, so I took on this year, I took on the role as the 4th team coach, a joint coach, so I work with another guy as coaching the 4th team. And honestly, that's some of the best experience I've gotten. It's like working around guys like that, you know, really care about the sport and really want to progress and like maybe go into a professional setting, and then like also just not only planning training sessions because every Monday night we'd have training sessions, not only just planning and delivering those sessions on Mondays, which is skills that we learned from first year in the course. So it kind of just was like, sweet, I know how to do this already. And then on Wednesdays, match days, it's like, especially on the match days, you're just like, this is the real deal. This is like what I want to do. And like you're managing the team, you know, all that stuff. And it's been awesome. I love that.
And just sort of wider networking as well in terms of you meeting people from all across the university on, could be doing a law degree or an English degree.
Yeah.
And just an opportunity for you to meet people is, certainly as an international student, that must be nice.
Oh yeah, very nice.
Yeah. What about you two? Is there anything?
Well, this year I started with the BTEC program in City in the Community, and I was called and helped on, not every Wednesday, but when there is available games. And I can say this was really helpful because you get to be around different type of players, different ages. And what I like is the fact that you get better every time. For example, last time I was there, I did the warm-up, I confronted them after the game and spoke with the coach, and I just felt helpful. Other than that, I started helping Ethan this semester with the Manchester Metropolitan team, and just like he said, I really liked the boys, and they're all passionate about playing football.
Just on that, Ethan's just kind of said you helped a little bit. I think ultimately...
He's always complaining about everything. I wouldn't be surprised.
But I think the story there, though, is that network, like you are from two very different parts of the world, met at university, and now you've got an opportunity through something that Ethan is doing. Mm-hmm. So not only are you able to go and develop your coaching skills, but you're also widening your network of other coaches. Yeah. So even if it is only a little bit, that opportunity might have come because of the position Ethan's in. You
also, when we are giving you credit for, you actually helped me with starting the UEFA C, because I was not very optimistic and sure about whether now is the right time to complete it, and you talked me through it and saying that this is a very good opportunity for my coaching development, and now I'm doing it. I'm actually close to the final exam and get the license in May, so I'm really thankful for that. And also that's a very good experience, not just because of the license and the badge you get, but because of the experience, and you meet so many people, and mostly of them are older than me, which when you're around experienced people, that actually helps you to improve and learn from them, get their advices and learn new things.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, we're going to move on to sort of life after degree. I know sooner for you than it is for Ethan and Victor. What are your career aspirations, and how has this degree helped shape them?
For me, I want to be the community coach working in the city and the community. But after graduate, I need to study more about it. So after graduate, I will apply for a graduate visa. I can apply for 2 years. So after that, I'll be more coaching in the grassroots club team and more engaged on my coaching development and learn some more, get some more certification in football.
Yeah,
UFC, like that. Yeah.
So that's really interesting that you've gone from thinking you were going to work with Pep Guardiola at the start of year one to having ambitions to work in in City and the Community. Amazing. Okay, before we wrap up, I'm going to ask all of you, what would you say to a potential international student about the City and the Community degree?
I would like to say I really recommend, I really encourage to come on City degree because we have lots of valuable experience, like placements. Also, you can use the facility in the City Football Academy.
I honestly say do it. Like, even though there's hard times, like, you'll realize that, like, it's one of the best, like, for me, I've realized it's one of the best decisions I've made in my life. Like, you'll find this funny, me saying this from living in Southern California. I've met more international people here than I've ever met in my life, and it's just changed my worldview. Like, my perspective of the world has changed so much since coming here that, like, I honestly, like, I don't regret it. Like, definitely, if you're wanting to go into football, do it. Like, just come on the degree. It's like it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. So yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm recommending it highly, because when I came here, I didn't have much expectations, and my perspective about the degree was not as good as it is now. And for anyone who is watching, I would say do it. If you love football, do it. If you want to live on your own, do it, because unlike the football thing, it's not the only thing, but you will learn how to live by yourself, how to deal with your own problems, and to mature as a person, because these 3 years who you live in Manchester on your own is not just about you getting better academically, but it's you growing as a person. So I think Manchester, and especially City in the Community degree, is a very good way to improve yourself and develop.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for your time today.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And that's it from our International Student podcast. If you want to find more out about the City and the Community degree in partnership with Manchester Metropolitan University, you can visit the City and the Community website.